In this tutorial, I am going to show you how to take an image, whether that be a photograph you've taken or a drawing or a painting, and turn it into a mirrored pattern, okay? And I'll show you you'll get the sense of how this works as we work. Um, so I have taken a painting that I have done, and I want to turn this into a pattern, and I want it to be a mirrored pattern. And I'm going to walk you through this, okay? So it doesn't matter what image you want to work with, but you can follow these steps and you'll get a really, really cool pattern. So the first thing you want to do is pull up the image that you want to use. And now we need to take a look at the size of it, okay? So let's go to image and go to image size. So, and you want to be on pixels. This is just going to be a lot easier in pixels. Don't try it in inches because you may get something like, 13 and 0.5 or something. You really want to be working in whole numbers. So the width of this image is 905 and the height is 1137. And what we want to do is we want to double both of those numbers, okay? Now I've already done the math. If I double that, it will be 1810 by 2274, okay? So, and this just depends on your image. Mine, whatever size yours is, you want to double it. Okay, so I'm going to start a new artboard, and I'm going to do a custom. Again, I want to do it in pixels, and I'm going to do, remember we're doubling it, so I'm going to do 1810 by 2274. Create. Okay, now I'm going to go back. So this is what we're going to be working on, okay? So I'm going to go back to my painting, and I've already made a copy. I'll just go ahead and delete that actually. So you have your background, and if you want to make a copy of it, and you can either drag it down or you can press Command J, and it makes a copy. Okay, so I'm going to grab my Move tool, and I'm going to click and drag this up to the top and drop it down into onto my artboard. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to end up having four of this painting. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's why we doubled it, okay? But the way we do that is well, just stay tuned. Okay, so I want to make a copy of this, so I'm going to press Command J, and it makes a copy. Now I'm going to pull this over, and now I want this to be mirrored, okay? So I'm going to go to Edit, Transform, and I'm going to go down to Flip Horizontal. Okay, now do you see how this is now a mirror of this. Now you may need to go in and just nudge it over slightly. Do you see that? It just needed to be nudged over. Actually, this one may need to be nudged over a little bit too. So let's, with your arrow keys, you can make very small movements, okay? So I'm going to click on this one and move it over slightly. Well, no. Let's see. That's okay. We've got just like a little bit of line. I think that actually just may be in the image, that there's like a slight line because it should be exact. Let's see. What do I want to do about that? I may just put a color underneath. Oh, that's okay. We'll deal with this later. Okay. So now I can keep making copies of this, but I'm actually going to do it a little bit of a quicker way. So I'm going to go up to Layer and Merge Down. Okay, so now these are one layer. And look, actually what happened, let's zoom in. It took that line out. I think it was just because they were on two different layers. It was kind of like showing the outline of it. Okay, so we're good. All right. So now I need to do that below. I need to have this copied and mirrored below. So I'm going to click on this and press Command J, drag it down, and now this needs to be flipped, okay? So let's go to Edit, Transform, and this time we're going to flip vertical. Okay, now we have this entire thing mirrored, okay? And now just because I think that that's going to be a problem, let's go to layer merge down as well. Okay, and it took that little line out. I really don't know why it's doing that. I think it's just kind of showing me that it's a separate layer, but we want to get rid of that. Okay, this looks great, okay? Now I want to use it as a pattern. I want to make this into a pattern. So I'm going to go to Edit, Define Pattern, and I'm going to title this Mirrored Pink Painting. It doesn't matter. You don't have to title your patterns. I like to. It just is kind of easier for me. Okay. So now this has been added to your library of patterns. So let's use it, okay? So let's go to File, New, and it doesn't really matter. Let's go 20 by 20. And I'm gonna go, so I wanna see this pattern, okay? So I'm gonna go to Layer, New Fill Layer, Pattern. Press OK. Okay, sometimes it defaults to the last pattern that you use, sometimes it doesn't, okay? So you can just click here, scroll down, and I'm going to click on the last pattern that I created, and you see this comes up, okay? So we've got a nice mirror going on here. Now, again, I can scale it up. Oh, that's too big. I can scale it down. That looks good. Let's go to like 125. How's that look? Press OK. Okay, that looks awesome. Okay, so this is how you do this. Okay, so I hope this was helpful. And now I have this pattern I can use for a bunch of different projects. If you need help, shoot me an email and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.